And good evening, one and all, and welcome back to the Blue Rose Respite for my soothing Sunday stream. Thank you all so very much for joining me tonight, and an extra huge thank you to R Phoenix for your 5 gifted community subs. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for supporting my archive of lovely lost tales. I hope everyone is doing well and settling in for this evening as we continue with some more Wytchwood. We started this game last Sunday and I already love it so much. It's just so cute and just light-hearted, good witchy fun, which is always a very promising game. But the question arises of which of the spirits do we go after next? I believe I said that the next one we will go after is the bear. And if you remember, we can find them at the Lakeshore camp, so why don't we head that way? Okay, the game sound is a little bit loud, let me just correct that. Okay, that should be a little bit better for everyone. You can hear me nice and loud and clear. Yeah, some games are a little bit louder than others, so hopefully that's a bit better. Let me know if it's still a bit too loud and I'll adjust accordingly. Still a little bit loud. Sounds a bit loud to me as well. Summer Holder? Saberhold, are you serious? Thank you so much for the 4,000 bits. You're absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're amazing. Thank you. Oh, amazing. Okay, let me just adjust the volume. Sorry about this, guys. I'll just... That's a little bit better. Okay. Is it better now? I've got my microphone nice and close. That should be a little bit better. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me a lot better now. Oh, I remember you. Now the Lakeshore camp, I believe, was somewhere around here. Yes, perfect. I have to say, I love the witch and her little, like, tappy taps as she runs through the town. And the forest and all that good stuff. Hey, where'd you think you're going? Yeah, no one but us soldiers are allowed inside the Lakeshore camp. Get out of my way. I have urgent news of your quartermaster. I need to speak with your sergeant. Urgent? Only thing that's urgent is the line of the latrine, or if the captain hasn't had his drink. That's right. Captain Bear is in a right foul mood. You can't come in unless you want a good thrashing. The guard almost has to shout over the clattering din coming from inside the camp. You heard him. It's dangerous in there. Wouldn't have the heart to let a frail old granny like you near that beast. One guard turns to the other with a conspiratorial shrug. Slange Luke Carmina, thank you so much for the 500 bits. You're absolutely amazing. I really appreciate it. You guys are absolutely incredible tonight. We've already got a hype train going. You guys are amazing. If you want to renew your subscriptions, drop bits or gift subscriptions, now's the perfect time to do so, and you get some fun little emotes out of it. But of course, no pressure to do so. Please take care of your own finances first and foremost, but anything you do to support me is hugely appreciated. Yeah, but who are we to say it's good for her health? Oh yeah, you're right. We might be convinced to look the other way if we were fairly compensated. Right, fairly compensated, of course. We'd be sticking our necks out after all. The guards hold out their hands expectantly, like children begging for candy. Oh, it's good that I have that gold coin at the ready then. You carefully press 3 heavy gold coins into the palms of the waiting guard. There. I expect you two can divide them evenly amongst yourselves. Right. 1 for you and 2 for me. What? You mean 2 for me and 1 for you? I'm the one who does all the real guarding around here. You still owe me from that game of dice you lost. You cheated me. Give me them coins. The two guards fall into fisticuffs and roll into the bushes, leaving the gate to the camp wide open. We are a clever witch indeed. Oh, this does not bode well. We taking those. And you must be the bear spirit. As you cautiously approach, the bear drains the last of his enormous tankard and smashes it against the head of a nearby soldier, knocking the hapless man to the ground. Also, hi Lou Bear, how's it going? And I wallop them just like that. So next time I catch any of you cowards turning tail, I'll skewer you like a fish and leave your guts for the gulls. Suddenly noticing that his drink has gone dry, the bear bellows to the skies. More mead, you yellow-bellied worms, more drink. Bring me my delicious honey mead. The soldiers taking cover nearby exchange nervous glances at each other, none wanting to confront the bear. There is no more honey mead. Oh, Phoenix! Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Guys, you are absolutely incredible tonight. Thank you so much. Phoenix, I really appreciate it. The bear wipes a strand of drool from his sagging lips and his bleary eyes slowly focus on you. A mocking smirk splits his face as he waves at you with his great spiked mace. Say, now that's a funny looking helmet, soldier. I ever tell you the time I crushed the bucket-headed barbarians of the Western Mountains? You decide that now is a good time to leave the bear to his ramblings rather than make yourself an unfortunate prop in his war stories. The bear kicks an empty tankard at you as you retreat back into the camp. That's right, go get me more mead, you good-for-nothing sluggard. Okay, I'm just gonna let you keep shouting and raving. Okay, there has to be something we can do. Just gonna look around and see if there's anything else I can collect. Hang on. Okay, the bear. A large, ferocious soldier with many a self-aggrandizing story to tell. Not any known weaknesses yet. Okay, twine, meat, and grain. I imagine we're gonna have to find some more honey mead for him then. Let me see, can I do anything? Can I make honey mead? I assume I need to find the recipe for that. Oh, thank you so much, Clansonator. I really like it myself. It's one of my favorite necklaces. But I haven't had honey mead in ages. It's so good in winter. Can't go in there. That's the bear's tent. Okay. Maybe I can speak to him? Okay, he seems to be just more caught up in ranting and raving. Get over here. There we go. Okay, here we are. Sergeant. The frantic-looking officer shouts hurried orders at whoever will listen, but most of the camp soldiers are busy cowering or knocked out cold. Man the gates! You, over there, secure the perimeter. We need to just hold out a little longer. Sir, we're running out of men. Where's that damn shipment of honey? He stepped over an unconscious footman to address the man in charge. I might be able to answer that question. Who let this old bat in the camp? I found your quartermaster. He's having a bit of cart trouble on the road. I'm afraid your shipment isn't going to get here anytime soon. What? Oh, curse my rusty britches. Without that honey and other supplies, we can't make the honey mead. The bear's going to flatten the whole camp when he finds out. The camp looks half flattened already. What's all this ruckus about? Well, the bear is the greatest warrior that ever was, which is grand and all when we're fighting the enemy. But once we set up camp, he likes to use us poor souls as playthings to reenact his conquests. And the only thing the bear loves as much as fighting is drinking. Guzzles up so much honey mead, we have to brew it right here in the camp just to keep up. He points to a squat-looking device tucked near some tents, a portable brewery. Without that shipment of ingredients, I don't see how we can ever calm the bear down. He'll smash us all into paste before the sun sets. And guys, we completed that hype train. Thank you all so very much to everyone who contributed to it. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Let me take a look at this brewery of yours. If the bear is so in love with brawling and boozing, then perhaps it's about time he received a dose of his own medicine. Oh no. Are we gonna do something mischievous? You inspect the brass contraption. A tank here, a hopper there. The bitter smell of alcohol is infused into the well-worn metal. Despite the needlessly complicated dials and tubing, at the end of the day the brewery is really just a fancy cauldron. This seems simple enough. I should be able to concoct just the potion for your troubles. The rattled sergeant shrugs his shoulders at you. Sure, if you think it'll help, but you'll need to fuel the darn thing first. Our supplies are a mess, so you'll have to figure it out on your own. You open up the brewery to inspect its complicated innards. Okay, we need more jars of water, but we can do that. Because I know where we can get that. I need to make more of these jars first. Can I just fill them up here? Or do I need to go specifically to a stream? Yeah, I might have to do that over the stream, but that's okay. We can quickly nip over and do that. Now, where was... yes, it was the well that we could get the water. Run. He's quite unbearable. I absolutely agree, Clansonator. There we go. Might as well grab a few things while we're down here. Just in case I need them later on. Still locked. Can I talk to that creature? Or is it just not anymore? The creature is preoccupied with its frenzied feeding. Oh, it's fine, I'll leave it alone. Hey Noah, how's it going? Oh, shut it, you. I'm so sure we'll be able to figure something out. Alright, got everything. Jar of water. You slosh cool, clear water into the brewery's main tank. Not the best base for potion brewing, but you want to preserve that honey mead flavor. Some twigs. You snap into pieces and scatter it into the bottom compartment of the brewery. Should be fuel enough for the job. And a cinder box. With the heat of a cinder box, you set the stove chamber of the brewery alight. It will bring the tank to a roiling boil. With a hiss of steam and the sound of boiling water, the rattling brewery is ready for the next step in the process. Of course, I'll need honey for the mead. The quartermaster said he was coming back from the apiary in the fields, so I best try there. Then I'll need a proper magical binder and a token of the bear to seal the spell. Something in this camp ought to do the trick. The frothing basin of the brewery stands ready for the right ingredients. Okay, so we need honey, a metamorphosis elixir, and a torn teddy bear. Okay, what do we need for a metamorphosis elixir? Oh, sweet, we can actually make that now. We have the dried fruit. I assume that's... Okay, it's bug ichor and changeling root. Fantastic. Why don't we put the metamorphosis elixir in there now so I don't forget? You ladle out a good portion of the writhing tar-like substance into the brewery. To be safe, you add a little bit more, just for texture. The frothing basin of the brewery stands ready for the right ingredients. Okay, now we just need the honey and the teddy bear, so let's head over to the fields. Oh, but it looks like we can enter the tent. Through the open tent flap, you catch a glimpse of pillaged trinkets and treasures scattered about the spacious interior. You surmise that one of the precious objects might contain enough magical essence to use as a token of the bear. Your eyes have only a moment to linger upon a giant fur-lined bed before a hand pulls the door flap shut. The sergeant gives you a disapproving glare as he ushers you away. Hey, you can't go in there. This is the bear's personal tent. You know the kind of hell that would break loose if you find someone's been snooping? Don't worry, I'll be careful. It seems like your men are keeping him distracted anyway. You glance over at the bear as he tosses aside a soldier like a sack of potatoes. No, wait, no how. If you think this is bad, just wait until he finds out there's no more honey meat. If you're so afraid of that stomping brute, why didn't you just slip away into the night? Surely it would prolong your life a little. And abandon all my friends? We soldiers got to stick together. It's our only chance. And if there was some way to stand up to the bear... A thought seems to cross the sergeant's mind as he notices the potion and baubles hanging about your belt. Say, you're good with magical doodads and whatsits, right? What if you made some sort of protective charm or talisman? Then I could maybe have a chance against that monster without getting my head stoved in. If I make you a protection talisman, will you let me into this tent? I suppose I wouldn't have much to worry about if you did. Okay, what do I need for a protective talisman? Okay, for that, I need magic paste and a wicked gemstone. Oh, and look at that, I have all the ingredients. See, this is why I take the extra step of just like picking up as many things as I can if I'm just passing through an area, because you never know when you need them. And we have a Pick My Voice already for this evening from Saberholder. Marzipan, where are you at? Your toy bear is running amok. Well, we can't have that now, can we? Oh, I can't stand for mess makers and misbehavior like that. Okay, we need magic paste. Can I make magic paste? No, I need something more for that. So let's head over to the fields. They sound nice. I much prefer the city to the forests and the countryside, but it's still pretty, I have to say. In its own way. I believe the phrase rustic charm is appropriate. Oh, thank you so much, Clodsinator. I'm glad that you enjoyed my video so much. Now, where would this apiary be? We haven't explored over here yet. Maybe over here? You look delicious. I like pheasant. Pheasant is a sublime flavor. I might have strayed a little bit too far. This doesn't seem to be the right area. And hello, Metloid Man. I'm glad you could join us tonight. Oh, Samuel, you're too kind. I would like to redeem head scratches from Marzipan. Well, I would appreciate some head scratches. Yes, please. Honestly, if I was actually here, I'd probably just lie down in a field and just sleep. Because the sun looks so nice and cozy. Like I just want to bask in it all day. I needed milk and I needed honey. Go away, I don't like you. You look sneaky. Is he sneaking around, causing mischief? Okay, that's the ox's farm. Ooh. Okay, we need a jar for some milk. I think we can make that. Let's get a few things of milk. Just in case I need it for later on. Okay, and here we go. Now we just need... Okay, we can craft the talisman. Wonderful. And now we just need honey, which I'm sure we'll be able to find somewhere around here. Ooh, and eggs. We haven't been able to get one of those in a while. Oh. Look at all the little chicks running around. Very cute. Oh, Samuel, you're too kind. Thank you. I very much appreciate the head pats. Now, where is an apiary? Ah, yes, there we go. It's up that way. And I think that comes to the end of that particular Pick My Voice. But thank you so much, Salva Holder, for requesting Marzipan. And you get one last little kitty purr for that. So, thank you so much. Ah, wonderful. Bees. I like bees. Bees are cool. Heidi-ho, I'm afraid we're closed for the season. Closed? But I need some of your honey right away. Sorry, our supply was cleaned out just a little while ago. Funny little man with a cart. You just missed him. Yes, I've met him. He's the quartermaster for the Bear, but he had a bit of an accident on the road. I need to collect some more honey for the Lakeshore camp. The Bear? Well, that explains why the quartermaster purchased so dang much. I heard that lumbering bully would steal the nectar from a larva if it would suit him. My poor bees have already worked themselves half to death for that order, and they don't have any honey left. I wish I could do something to help you, but the only honey left in the entire apiary is Her Majesty's personal reserve. Her Majesty? Why, my sweet spring flower, the jewel of my crown, the golden sun of my... Yes, get on with it. And yeah, I love his helmet as well, it's so cool. My beloved queen, she's as lovely as she is wise and resides over her flowered kingdom. Oh, I like this. I love the character design in this game. Just, oh, you look so cool. A shrill voice pierces the meadow and sends chills down your spine. Slave, where is my dinner? I ordered you to bring me the finest sunflowers. Right away, my love. Simp. And make it pretty this time. I don't want another one of your dandelion bouquets like some common wasp. Yes, my sweet. I think I'd have a better audience with this queen myself. Just borrowing these. Where is this queen bee? There she is. Oh, and she looks awesome. Hello, Your Majesty. The regal insect looks down her curled nose at you scornfully. That fool beekeeper is supposed to stop the rabble from trampling my delicate garden. Good help is so hard to find, isn't it? And I suppose you've come to lend a hand? No, I don't think so. What do you want, little beetle? You seem like a very busy woman, so I won't waste your time. I need honey, your best honey. She tilts her long neck back and lets out a buzzing laugh. Ha! Do you think I simply give my carefully cultivated riches to just any commoner? Do you have any idea how much time and energy is spent managing this colony? Everyone always wants something, but no one ever wants to work for it. In a rustle of petals, the beekeeper comes running over, holding out an assortment of beautiful prairie flowers. My darling sweetheart, I offer you the finest meadow flowers. I hope you find these to your liking. Is this marigold? You wax-brained fool, you know I despise the stuff. How many times must I repeat myself? Get out of my sight, all of you. My love, I have wronged you. Let me try again. You follow the beekeeper a short distance away while he busies himself picking more flowers. She seems to be in a foul mood. Does she always treat you like this? Well, yes. But it's really usually my own fault. Sometimes when she gets really gets her venom up, a little bit of smoke and soothing herbs calms her right down. Smoke, you say? I'm sure I could come up with something to even out her mood. Some fumes fit for a queen. Royal incense recipe. I know smoke is an actual thing that helps calm bees down if they're like agitated and helps with harvesting honey. But all I can think is like we're about to like get really high with an anthropomorphic bee queen. Okay, let's see how we do. Okay, we need a smoke pellet, witch spice, and a sporophic potion. There we go. Ow! Fuck off, I was trying to talk to your queen. Leave me alone. There we go. You sneak! Do you honestly believe your little puff of smoke can... The queen fans herself lightly as the world begins to push and pull all around her. Oh, does anyone else feel a little hot? Anyway, as I was saying, you can't just... The sparkling sun bears down on the queen like a warm summer's embrace. My... Look at all these beautiful colors. Have they always been so bright? We literally got her high. Oh my god. The queen bee stretches her arms across the sea of flowers, brushing the tips of their petals gleefully. She arcs her limbs through the myriad of colors swimming about her head. It's gorgeous. Oh, and what's that delicious smell? Crackling into the waxen walls of her hive, the queen pulls out a golden honeycomb. She proceeds to messily stuff the honey into her face. Delectable. Oh, it's so good. You simply have to try some, my dear. I've never tasted anything so delicious in my life. She offers up a sticky handful to you. Why, thank you, my queen. The queen holds out a shimmering honeycomb to you. Yes, I take it. So I'm gonna leave before she comes to and realizes what happened. Okay, they're off doing their thing, so let's get this over back to the camp. I'm reminded of that scene in Midsummer where they're all taking mushroom tea out in the fields when they first get to the village, and they're all just on the hill just watching the sun and like lying in the grass. I know it's the middle of winter over here at the moment, but God, that sounds really nice, just lying out in the summer sun. We hotboxed the queen, we kinda did. Oh, and thank you for the stretch check, Clansinator. Oh, much appreciated. And hey, Ewan, how's it going? Glad you could make it tonight. There you go. If I make you a protective talisman, will you let me into this tent? There we go. The sergeant looks at you with a glimmer of hope in his eye. Here, this ought to shield you from harm. For a time. He grins nervously as he puts the charm around his neck. He then clubs himself in the face with his own fist. Wow, you weren't kidding. That's a Though it's nowhere near the kind of punishment the bear can dish out. I better find some more stuff to test it out with, then I'll give that bear a piece of my mind. He stumbles off from the camp to find other objects to try against his newfound protection, leaving the bear's tent unattended. There we go. Good, good, good. I don't think there's anything else in here. Ooh. Can I open that? Open top barrel. Decent for temporary storage, not as much for retention. That seems to be the only thing. But I can't interact with it, it seems. Oh well. The frothing mason of the brewery stands ready for the right ingredients. There we go. Honey. As you squeeze the honeycomb with your bare hands, thick, rich honey slowly oozes into the brewery's tank. Too sweet for your taste, but then this potion is not for you. And the torn teddy bear. You pause before dropping the tattered plaything into the brewery. A glint of its button eye reminds you of something, but the thought soon evaporates from your mind. You overturn your palm and the stuffed bear splashes down into the concoction. It floats sadly for a moment, before becoming waterlogged and disappearing under the surface. With the addition of the final ingredient, the brewing equipment is sealed and set to work. Steam hisses from the rivets and its swollen metal belly clanks and rattles. Before long, the waggly fingers of the gauges and dials settles down, indicating that the brew is complete. You give a quick sniff test and recoil at the sickeningly sweet vapors. You push an empty wooden keg under the contraption spigot and crank the release valve. The brewery strains under the pressure and fills the keg with chunky, oozing fluid. May not be the finest honey mead around, but hopefully that great raging galoot won't stop to notice the difference. The brewery wheezes in defeat. You doubt it will ever make mead again. Take the keg. Hello, bear. I have something for you. Ah, Captain, I brought you more honey mead. The bear swipes up the tankard with his massive paws and tosses the contents into his slavering maw without hesitation. He licks his chops, savoring the peculiar flavor, but the sudden jerk he bears down on you with suspicion. Say, this tastes kind of funny. What did you do, soldier? It's a new recipe. I thought you might enjoy something with a little more sting in it. You know I hate new things. I'll teach you to mess with my favorite brew, you hayseed. The bear is upon you with a frightening speed. He raises his huge mace in his paw skyward and you brace for impact. With an equal measure of speed, the sergeant leaps between the crashing mace and your head. You peer through your fingers as a great clang resounds through the camp. The bear roars furiously as the blow is magically repelled from the sergeant's talisman. The mace goes spinning out of his paw and falls into the lake with a great splash. He gapes, dumbfounded, as the sergeant stands before him completely unharmed. Ha! That'll teach you to pick on us, you big oaf. This has been a long time coming. The sergeant wags his finger at the bear. Who do you think you are, huh? You think you're so big and tough with your fancy feather hat and your big honking club? Well, look at you now. The camp soldiers gather to witness in stunned awe. Miraculously, the bear seems to shrink in the face of the sergeant's onslaught. If it was up to me, you'd be dishonorably discharged for disorderly conduct. You're a disgrace to the uniform. You're no captain of mine. With fear dwelling up in his eyes, the bear shrinks and shrinks until he's reduced to the size of a small cat. And another thing. What's happening? Oh! In place of the bear's drunken grimace is the stitched smile of a doll's grin. Two button eyes stare back at the disapproving faces surrounding the little plush toy. The sergeant takes a step back to reveal the small shape of a stuffed teddy bear where the brute once stood. Your transformative motion has finally done its work. Gee, I guess I overdid it? He scratches his head in befuddlement, but seems genuinely relieved. Hey Sarge, I guess that means you're in charge now, right? Oh yeah, I guess it does. Well, what are you all standing around for? The camp's a mess. Let's get to work. You pick up the diminutive doll and brush some sand off its fur. As you inspect further, its head lolls to face you. Far within the glassy surface of its button eyes, you can barely make out a tiny crimson flame. The trapped soul of the bear. This ought to be what the old goat is after. I hope he's happy. Yeah, I think that was one of the slightly easier ones, but it was still wonderful nonetheless. We got high with the queen bee. It's amazing. So, because we just went to the field, let's go back up to the swamp, and we'll see if we can sort out that matter with the leech. Because there was that lovely old woman who lived in the swamp, and it was quite dangerous territory, so let's proceed with caution. Now, what did I need against those? Because there's quite a few of them. Smoke pellets. Let's maybe see if I can make a couple. I think 3 is a good starting number. What do I need for those? Oh, bait stick. That was it. Go. For all its bright colours and pretty pictures, this game is surprisingly sinister at times. Yeah, it is giving me a lot of grim fairy tale feelings, where there is like a happy ending to a lot of these stories, but at the same time, it's with some level of a dark twist to it. Like, oh, the enemy is defeated, but in a really rather gruesome way. Was it? Oh yes, that's right, it was down that way. Ooh, this looks interesting. Suspicious stump. A thick growing moss on this massive fallen trunk seems to recoil at your touch, revealing strange etchings in the bark below. Slowly, a spark of swirling energy seeps forth from the waterlogged wood, till an ethereal doorway opens before you. Well, that's curious. Oh, awesome! Unlocked the next bit of fast travel. Good, good, good. Oh, yes. Oh, that's right. Leave those to their strange little dance. While running around collecting ingredients, you sometimes forget you're pack bound to a demon goat to gather damn souls to complete a questionable contract. Yeah, it's like we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh, this looks lovely. Everything's fine. The nurse. Hold on now. This sick house is full to the brim and festering with disease. Don't you know there's a deadly plague going around? A plague, you say? This is the first I've heard of it. Oh, it's terrible. It affects the young and old and the healthy and infirm alike. We're so swamped with patients, I can barely catch my breath. So what are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be inside tending to the ill? We've just got so many bodies piling up. Someone has to bury them before they spread the sickness further. She drops her voice to a whisper, looking ashamed. It's gotten so crowded, I've even had to dump some in the swamp. Oh, that's not hygienic. That seems unethical. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. But don't worry, the Leech is inside working her miracles on the other patients. They couldn't be in better hands. I think otherwise, but we get to see them. The Leech? That's the doctor of this place? The best in the land. I don't dare think about how much worse it would be without her skills. I need to speak with her. I'm checking up on someone who came through here. Sorry, I cannot in good conscience allow a person of your years to enter such an infectious space without proper inoculation. But with all the patients, we're low on medicine, and I'm afraid I don't have any to spare. Bah, what's a simple booster shot made from anyway? Oh, this feels topical. There's plenty of medicinal ingredients right here in the swamp. I'll go get them myself. For clarity, I will say go get your booster shots, everyone. Be responsible, get your shots, get your vaccines. Protect yourself and your community. Do your part. Well, it's a pretty basic prescription. If you bring me the components, I'll be able to mix and administer it. Then you can go inside. I'll need 3 milligrams of bug ichor extract, 5 grams of toxic thistle powder, and some lazy grass to numb the pain. Perfect, got all of those. He places a sloshing jar of ichor in the nurse's hands. She inspects it suspiciously, but doesn't ask where it came from. I'll need 3 milligrams of bug ichor, blah blah blah. You snap off a few spiny thistles and pass them to the nurse. She is careful not to prick herself on the sharp ends. I'll need 3 milligrams of bug ichor extract, blah blah blah. And lazy grass. The nurse takes the dried grasses you have been so careful to keep intact and immediately crushes them into powder. The nurse nods at you, gathering all the ingredients into a small, hand-sized mortar. You hold your breath as she smashes everything into a slimy, stinky liquid. Not the most pleasant stuff, but I can assure you it beats growing lumps where no lumps should be. Speak for yourself. One can never have enough lumps. The nurse shrugs at you, sucking up the bubbling mixture into an oversized syringe. She gestures for you to hold out your arm. After stabbing into your flesh several times, she fails to find any veins with the point of the needle. Sorry, you seem to have some strange physiology? Bah, give it here, I'll do it. Fuck you being a medical professional, I'll do it myself. You seize the injector and jab it into your arm without further fuss. A cool sensation climbs into your fingertips. You doubt the medicine will have any effect, but at least it should make the nurse happy. There, I feel much better. Can I go inside now? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. You should be immune to the plague for the time being. Just be quick. Leech is very busy. And yes, everyone, get your booster shots. I'm planning on getting mine soon as well. Anything interesting around here? Yes, Leah, we got the bear spirit, and now we're just at the sick house in the swamp, and we're about to meet the Leech. I'm sure everything will be fine. Oh no. Oh, I do not like the look of you. Again, the character design in this game is just amazing. Because I do not like the look of this person. The doctor slithers from one patient to another, checking off little boxes on a clipboard. From under her wide-brimmed hat, she appears to notice you, but pays you no mind. You must be the Leech. I was hoping you could help me find one of your patients. Do you have the symptoms? Crackling of the bones, oozing eyes, skin rot, perhaps a yellow liver. Let's get you examined. The Leech extends her toothy snout, prodding your body and searching for some hidden malignancy. You slap her away with a swift palm. If it's sickness you're looking for, you won't find it on me. My dear, we are all sick with something. Whether it's a broken heart or a broken arm, we all suffer in one way or another. You peer through her tightly wrapped garments and see a deep darkness underneath. Despite the warmth of her words, there is a sense of hunger and urgency in her tone. I am here to heal, to mend, to put all of your troubles at ease. Now tell me, what ails you? I told you already, I'm in perfect health. I'm here to find someone, a man who came through here with a sprained ankle. Half the patients who come to me have a twisted this or a broken that before the pox sets in. Before the pox sets in, that is. Can you be more specific? What does he look like? Oh, I'm not sure. Well then, how do you expect me to help you? Come back to me when you know what you're looking for. You look about the sick house at the coughing, wheezing, bedridden souls. Perhaps some of them will be able to identify the missing husband. There was a fellow, dark hair, dark eyes. They're asleep. Okay, slightly darker complexion than you. Man with a beard. Can't grab those though. Dark complexion and a beard. I assume that's their office. Okay, darker complexion and a beard. And short. Well, do you have a better idea of who exactly you're looking for? Shorter than most. I'm going to need a bit more than that. Darkened features, I believe? Narrowing it down, give me something else. And had a very full beard, apparently. Ah, yes. I remember that poor man now. He came in with a swollen ankle, but on his journey through the swamp he must have contracted the plague. His condition declined rapidly, I'm sorry to say. In the end, there wasn't much I could do for him except make him comfortable. He's dead? What sort of sick house is this anyway? My condolences, really. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to doing what I can for the living. At least tell me where his wife might collect his body. The nurse outside seemed to be having trouble keeping track of them all. I'm sorry, that information is reserved for next of kin. Judging by your physique, I wouldn't say you were related to the deceased in the slightest. The doctor turns away from you to prepare vials of medicine. Better return to the old woman in the swamp with the bad news. Oh no. Oh, I hope it turns out that he isn't dead. I don't want to have to tell her the bad news. for leeches. Spirit salts. Might as well grab some of those while I'm passing through here. I'm trying to delay talking to her as long as I can because I don't want to say that her husband's dead. I'm gonna grab the other salts that are around here as well. There's another thistle there. I need to get some more of those. So I was running a little bit low on those before. Oh, madam, I'm sorry. I have awful news. Do you have news of my husband? He should be back from the sick house by now. Yeah, I'm getting conman vibes from the Leech as well. You bow your head in condolence. I'm sorry to say that your husband has passed away. The Leech said he fell ill with the plague. Rather than grief, an expression of mild annoyance crosses the woman's face. Oh, what a nuisance. You don't seem that upset by the news. Well, he was getting on in years. It was bound to happen sooner or later. I just didn't think it would be from some measly plague of all things. So, where is the fool now? I'm not sure. The Leech wouldn't tell me. But her sister mentioned having to dispose of the dead out in the swamp. Ah, brimstone and bandersnatch. I know I'm already in your debt, sister, but can I ask you another favour? I suppose I've already stuck my foot in this mess. What is it? There's an old circle of power just west of here. It served me well in my younger years, and I expect it's still got some juice left. I need you to dust it off and fire it up again. I'd go do it myself, but at the time I get there, my poor husband's body would be already be reduced to worm parts. I love this woman so much. What am I to do with the circle? You're a knowledgeable lass. The engravings on the obelisks should help explain the rest. Now, the obelisk, is that where we... I think it's then down there, maybe? Ah, this looks promising. You brush off a blanket of thick moss and lichen from the ancient magical pattern carved into the earth. The essence of power wakes at your touch, bringing slightly warmth to your fingertips. 4 blackstone obelisks surround the ritual spot. You'll need to scrape off more overgrown decay to read the runic lettering engraved on their surfaces. Okay, I need a Drake Fang, an apothecary humors, a necromantic magic charm, and get the death certificate from the Leech. Okay. Oh god, are we gonna bring our husband back from the dead? God, this game just gets better and better. Okay, perfect. We can do that right now. For that, we need pumpkin jack bone. And what do we need for wickerwork again? Oh, perfect. I'll craft some more of those. pumpkin jack bone, so we need to go back to the fields for that. But at least we got to craft some more. We already got to craft one of these. Well, while we're here, we might as well. Actually, what do we need for the sacrifice? That's right. The Sporophic Potion, Roast Beast, and Magical Paste. I need... Might as well craft some more jars quickly. And I need some more campfire embers as well. We can get those over in the fields as well. I need water for that. Oh, I can craft that though. Lovely. Roast Beast and Sporophic Potion. I just need water. And campfire ember. I think I was able to get water from somewhere else around here. But yeah, since we're here, we might as well go and get the death certificate. And then we can go exploring and get the other reagents. The shadowy doctor prowls amongst the cots, eyeing the weakest patients with a dark hunger. She snaps a quivering tentacle at you as you approach. Not a step closer. Who knows what sorts of disgusting maladies you might be carrying. Yes, I'm a pox-ridden wretch, I know, but I need a death certificate from you. Specifically of the short-bearded man we spoke about, whose wife is in no condition to roll her chair through the swamp, so she's asked me to collect it for her. I don't simply give out death certificates to anyone claiming to be someone's aunt, grandmother, or a friend. This is a legitimate operation. That sounds like something a con man would say. She turns her back to you and rummages through a nearby medicinal closet. Now where has that serum got to? Don't tell me we're already out. What's the matter? Out of stock? It's a shame you don't have time to go out yourself. She tenses at your continued presence. What are you getting at? Medicine for that death certificate? I think that's a fair trade, don't you? You would barter when people's lives are on the line. Fine, you'll have your paperwork, you filthy degenerate. Clearly too angry to speak with you, she shoves a list of required medicinal supplies into your hands. Here's a little something that I prepared earlier. The Leech stuffs the poultice into an unsanitary-looking cabinet without a second glance. The Leech takes the wings with a surprisingly delicate touch and lays them out carefully along the surface of a clear shelf. The Leech inspects the barbs before placing each of them carefully into a velvet-lined container alongside other excruciating-looking instruments. I've run your errands. Now I really must insist on that death certificate. There's no need to get prickly. I have your papers right here. The Leech extends her moist arm and thrusts a poorly written note into your hands. You shake the mucus from the paper and try to decipher the loopy, illegible scribbles. You're not even sure that the Leech spelled the poor man's name right, which I suppose is better than nothing. Next time, I need a doctor's note. I'm better off forging the signature myself. You crumple the note into a tight roll for safekeeping. Hell yes! Everything's fine, you guys. Totally legit operation going on here. Okay, while we're making our way back over to the fields, I'm going to do some collecting of just anything interesting that we find along the way. And I should make some more healing salve. Just in case I get caught off guard by something. Those again. Oh, that's right, the snag vine. I'm not even sure what I get from those, but mosquito snoot. I need to kill more mosquitoes. Honestly, this game is just so gorgeous. I love it so much. And even though we do have to do a little bit of back and forth with collecting everything, I really don't mind it because it gives us a chance to just explore everything and appreciate the atmosphere. I don't know when we need that totemic moon drop, but I thought, might as well grab it. Could be useful. Oh, thank you so much for the stretch check, Salva Holder. Oh, thank you, thank you. Good. So I need, I was running along that green herb, I need water, and I need to defeat some of those pumpkin creatures that was over in the fields. I'm sure there's other places where you can get water, but I can't think of anywhere else at the moment other than at the bottom of this well. It's so soothing and non-violent. I love it. Like, I love that there's like little moments of darkness in this game, but it's got more of a Grimm's fairy tale sort of feeling than anything like especially dark and twisted. But then again, who knows with this game? I imagine maybe things take a more sinister turn towards the end. Now, where were those suspicious pumpkin fellows? I think they were over this way. And That's right. I think there was something weird in this hay bale. Now, what's the deal with this? Oh, is this the gateway, maybe? Upon closer inspection, this mountain of hay appears to have been deliberately woven into an intricate wickerwork structure. You carefully pluck a single piece of straw from its center, and the whole bundle begins to swirl and unravel until the gaping vortex opens before you. Yes! Oh, thank goodness for fast travel. Oh, Fenrix. Phoenix, I'm enjoying a lovely can of ginger ale tonight. I'm not drinking anything alcoholic this evening. Just because I had a bit of a heavy dinner, so I'm just enjoying something a bit lighter. And I really like ginger beer. Now. Go away. Go away. Now, what's your thing? Okay, we need snag vines. To capture you. Okay. Can I maybe do... Ooh. Okay, was that for what I needed for... that? Was it for something else? Drink bang. Oh, the necromantic charm. That's what I think I needed it for. Yes. Good, good, good. And now, can we craft that? And then it was this. Okay, awesome. I think we have everything we need. Now we just need to go and give that to the Drake. And hopefully that'll go well. Oh, look at that. More fairies, guys. Wouldn't it be terrible if someone went and, because they needed more fairy dust? Go away. Hey, listen. Go away. I'm curious what that is. If it's just an enchanted blade or something maybe more sinister. Now where is that mysterious hay bale? That'll make our journeying back to the swamp a little bit faster. It's awesome how you can keep track of the whole map. I have a small brain, would be lost all the time. I think maybe because it is one perspective, it's easier for me to keep track. If it was a rotating camera, and I have to reorientate myself to have a solid idea of what direction is north, then I probably get a bit more confused. But yeah, I think I just check the map every so often and I get into the flow of things. Eventually. let's head over to the Drake. See if we can grab that fang. The colours of that autumnal field make me hungry for potato root mash with pork rinds. Oh, damn it, that sounds really good. Okay, yes, it's the sacrifice and then the shears. We can do that. Okay, got what we need from the Drake. Let's get going. Okay, here we go. The Northern Obelisk calls for proof of the dead. The afterlife is nothing if not bureaucratic. A death certificate from the Leech should fit the bill. Got that. The humid swamp air has made the paper of the death certificate soft and damp. As you drop it into the bowl, it decomposes before your eyes until nothing is left. The Western Obelisk requires a source of undead animation. Necromantic charm. You place a token of undeath into the basin. It flutters like a candle for a moment before the shadowy umber of the obelisk snuffs it out. The Southern Obelisk asks for a collection of bodily fluids to breathe new life into an unliving vessel. Apothecary humours. You fill the bowl with an offering of anatomic liquids. The fluids slowly disappear as if being drained by some unseen thirst, until only the wet residue remains. The Eastern Obelisk yearns for the tooth of a dragon. You haven't seen any real dragons in years, but who knows what's out there in the swamp. Drake Fang. You drop the sharp reptilian fang into the stone basin with a heavy clunk. It spins like a top, emitting a high-pitched whine before shattering into a fine white dust. With the final offering accepted, the obelisks surrounding the circle begin to hum. You can hear a strange melody playing through their discordant notes. The carvings on the ground burn with renewed energy, driving away the overgrowth. You're quick to step away as you feel a vacuous force pull at the circle's center. I suppose that's done the trick. Let's see what the writing has to say for itself now. You rotate your head to read the glowing letters on the edge of the circle. Place the vessel of the deceased, yada yada. Recite an evocation of necrodermis, blah blah. Apply a canopic ointment. Right, seems straightforward enough. All I need to do is go fetch the body of that poor fool husband. He should be here in the swamp somewhere. I wonder if those dead bodies that I saw up there is possibly a husband, maybe? Oh, this must be where their nurse has been dumping the surplus of corpses. I'll need to take a close look at each one to find the right fellow. Not him. No. 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 Where on earth is that stinking body? You'd think I'd be able to find him amongst the dead here. You watch a particularly bloated fly land on a rotting hand poking out of the muck. Its disgusting proboscis probes at the withered flesh. Two globular eyes slowly unglue themselves and swivel to boggle at the insect. A huge slime-covered tongue lashes out and pulls the hapless fly into a gaping, toothless maw, along with most of the sunken corpse. Well, I suppose that explains where my misplaced man went. So, now we have a slight problem with the giant frog. Shit. Okay. Ah yes, you must be the Frog King then. Hello, good sir. Can it be? Has a lovely young morsel wandered its way into my palace? Network Noah, thank you so much for the gifted community sub. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. You're amazing, thank you. You call this filthy fog a palace? He throws his head back, shaking the swamp with a burbling laughter. Smaller frogs and newts scurry out of the way to avoid being crushed by his enormous bulk. Wouldn't you? This place is a veritable bounty of insects, and my subjects have such healthy appetites, so they will all grow big and strong. I'd eat you too, but that head of yours looks much too hard. I prefer my food to be nice and tender. Look, you wouldn't perchance have seen an old man pass through here, have you? About yay high, full beard, deadish. The frog taps his fingers against a log, grinning an impossibly large grin. Oh yes, I believe I've seen the chap. He had such a delectable aroma, and fall off the boned ribs. But I'm sorry to say that once something goes down the hatch, it never sees the light of day again. We'll see about that. I'm sure I can come up with some just desserts for you. The frog rolls his eyes around and looks as if daring you to try something. Oh, okay, digestive tablets. What do we need for that? It helps being prepared. A witch, of course, always has something she can try. Digestive tablets. You wrap a juicy-looking grub around the medicinal tablets and offer it up to the Frog King. Your Majesty, I really must find the whereabouts of that gentleman. Perhaps this small tribute will persuade you to loosen your tongue. The frog gulps down the tantalizing meal without a thought. Ah, a delectable gift. Thank you, my pretty. Now, I already told you where... His nostrils flare for a moment, then he sneezes, sending specks of wet mucus flying. The frog's throat suddenly expands, filling with gas. The belch that erupts from its lips resounds so loudly that the entire swamp ceases its buzzing. You avert your eyes, but the noise and smell of the frog's explosive eruption almost knock you off your feet. Great Glinda's ghost, what a stench! The frog wobbles on its legs, looking thoroughly emptied. He teeters before rolling his huge body back into the swamp with a thunderous splash. You spot the slippery body of the husband floating in the bog water. Luckily, he seems to be missing some pieces, so he should fold up quite nicely. Oh my god, I just love the witch. I love her so much. She's just like, well, silver lining, at least he's not going to be heavy to carry. I mean, he's got an arm missing and maybe a foot, but... oh well. With some snapping and squeezing, you managed to get him down to a transportable size. Okay, just like, shove him in the satchel! Okay, here we go. The circle of power is ready and waiting for its necromantic purpose. Place the husband's body in the center. We take the corpse out of the satchel and just kind of like him into place and he'll be fine. With considerable effort, you unfold the husband's decaying body from your satchel and slap it down in the middle of the circle. Invisible shackles wrap around the corpse's limbs and pull it spread-eagled against the ground. Strange mist rises from the obelisk, casting everything in a sickening green light. Slowly but surely, the corpse begins to levitate off the ground. It rotates to face each obelisk one by one. Oh, get on with it, I haven't got all day. The Medlord man is that corpse husband. It is a corpse husband, not the corpse husband, unfortunately. You give the rotting head a good kick as it passes by you. With a gasp of stale air, the body drops to the ground. Suddenly, it bolts upright. Good evening, sir. Well, hello there. You caused me a lot of trouble, you know that? The reanimated corpse claws at his throat. Oh, sorry. Wait a moment. Near your feet, you see a disembodied tongue flopping about on the ground like a worm. You scoop it up and quickly toss it at the man's gaping mouth. When he moves his jaw, his lurching voice seems to emanate from someplace beyond. Murderer. What? I am not. You were quite dead when I found you. No, Leech murdered me. He clutches at his hollow chest as if trying to feel his heart beating. Gave me plague, drained my blood. Leech murdered others. He swings a limp hand towards the body-filled bog. I knew there was some awful stink about that sick house. What sort of doctor infects her own patients? Check her office. Find proof. Don't you worry. I'll make sure that parasite gets what's coming to her. But you should head back home. Your wife is worried half to death about you. He turns and looks longingly over his shoulder. You can hear his vertebrae popping. Yes, I'm late. As he shambles into the choking mist, he gives you a crooked nod of thanks. Oh, we did a good thing, guys. Now to kick the shit out of that leech from being so corrupt and creepy and bleh. And murder. While the Leech is busy with her patients, you rifle through the contents of the various cabinets in her office, mostly dried herbs and potions. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. That is until you notice a suspicious-looking bookcase set against the wall. The books are all fake, just top-down spines glued to a solid plank. Your fingers race across the medical titles and quickly find a loose volume. With a click of a switch, the whole bookcase swings open to reveal a secret compartment. And thank you so much for the hydrates check, Noah. Much appreciated. Thank you. Your heart jumps at the sight. Racks upon racks of bottled blood are arranged like fine wines. Each vessel meticulously catalogues the name, description, and age of its source. It looks like this thirsty slug's been sapping the living for years. On a nearby table, you spy a decanter half filled with a ruby-red liquid. You wonder whose blood it contains. A dash of salt will remind that slimy worm that there's worse things out there than bloodsuckers. Okay, I think we just need that. Some spirit salts ought to do the trick. You sprinkle a generous amount of embalming salts collected from the graves of the Leech's victims into the decanter. As the salt dissolves into the bloody cocktail, you hear the telltale squelching of good doctor's approach. What are you doing? Can't you see that this is my private office? I already helped you enough, so there's no reason you ought to be here. Oh, Network Noah, thank you so much for another gifted community sub. You are absolutely amazing tonight. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. She hastily shuffles you out of the room. Now get out. This place is only for the sick. You're certainly right about that. You walk just out of sight before doubling back to hide behind a withered get well bouquet. You peer at the vexed Leech as she slithers around her office, checking every cabinet and locker for tampering. She mutters something expletive about nosy old women. Satisfied, she sighs with relief and reaches to pour herself a glass from the tainted decanter. Ah, that addition of black fever adds a certain nutty quality. Maybe it will pair well with an infusion of peat moss palsy in the next batch. She takes a sip, waiting for a moment before throwing her head back and guzzling it all down. Lovely. Sharp flavor. Full body too. Suddenly, the leech snaps to attention. Her limbs dart out, writhing with uncontrollable gestures. She stabilizes herself against the table as sweat pools at her brow. The decanter shatters against the floor in an explosion of glass. What's happening? The leech spasms as the tendrils of ghostly spirits begin to suck the moisture from her body. Excuse me. You watch as she dwindles in size, shrinking like some horrible raisin. You inspect the mummified worm, pressing it between your fingers lightly. Drained by the very spirits she was supposed to be healing. In your fingertips, you make out the faintest of heartbeats. The soul of the leech. Oh. Hell yes, guys, we're on a roll tonight. Okay, yes. Patients are gonna get taken care of by the nurse, so they'll be fine. And now we can head over to the fields and have a conversation with the ox. Now, where was that quick travel, fast travel? It was around here. Ah, yes, there it was. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I should check in with the old couple and see if anything happens. Because it's just around the corner, so we can just pop over and say hi. Just to make sure they're doing well. Thank you, sister. He's good as new. Love wife. Well, at least they're happy. At least they're happy. Oh. All's well that ends well. Damn it. Go away. Till death do us part? Question mark? What a sentence. Such exquisite poetry. A master wordsmith in the making. Now, what direction was the ox? Speak to the ox at his farm, south of the fields. Now, what direction was that? Okay, it was down here to the west. And yeah, till death do us part is the one we've heard way too many times. Love wife is one of a kind. True love in its truest essence. Ah, good sir, you must be the ox. Hey, this is private property. What are you doing trespassing on my land? Why, I just came to admire the glow of your crops, Master Ox. I heard you produce the most bountiful produce in the land. Well, you heard right. I work day in and day out, till my hands are raw and my back is broken. But you won't find a finer farm anywhere else. You're sure to take first prize at the Harvest Festival again. You and your family must be so proud. The ox spits on the ground of tilled soil. Those lazy louts never understood the pride and joy of devoting oneself to the land. What good's a family that gripes about hard labor? We'd never won any of those competitions if it wasn't for my sacrifice. Where is your family then? I can't help but notice you're working all by yourself. If you must know, those damned old bandits out by the South Bridge stormed in the place one night and stole them away. Bandits. You don't seem very concerned about getting them back. Huh, I'm better off. For all I know, they could have been already ransomed off for fertilizer. But if you're worried, why don't you go talk to those bloody brigands yourself? Now get your big nose off my fields, or I'll toss you in the compost heap. Alright, sir, I will leave you to it. Let's get some more eggs. And grab a couple more things from his farm. That might be useful. Well, let us have a talk with those bandits then. Yeah, I'm still very suspicious about this as well, because he's got a very prickly attitude, so I imagine he's hiding something. And these must be the bandits that we heard about. Okay, dreadful doll. That's what we need for those, okay, apparently. Damn it, we need more Ceates snoots. Those are all away in the swamp and I don't want to have to do that. Damn it, go away. There are far too many for me to just sneak by. I have to find a way to incapacitate them. Okay, fine. I need to do that thing before I go do the other thing. Okay, I will go back to the swamp. Get some more mosquitoes. So I can make the creepy doll. Oh, Network Noah! You are doing absolutely amazing tonight. Thank you so much for another gifted sub. Dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate it tonight. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go back towards the entry because I think there was 2 mosquitoes fairly close that I could get 2 at once. Go, that's better. Now. I think I can just maybe make the 1. But I have enough for 2 or even 3 if need be. Let's maybe make another one. Because they're useful against goblins and bandits. And while I'm here, I might as well just try and grab some more of those mosquito snoots. Oh, you take care, Noah. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and thank you so much for all the gifted subs. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have an awesome night. Not around here. Let's just grab one more. There we go. Now let's head over and have a lovely conversation with those bandits, shall we? Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, like they've all been all the spirits that on animal like characters that we've encountered so far have all been corrupt in some way, or some kind of like sinister intention or duplicitous nature. Ah, sly old fox. How'd you manage to get your creaky bones past my grunts? My mooks must be getting fat around the waist to let you slip by so easily. Never too old to reach some young'uns that, teach some young'uns that hands are better left out of people's pockets. Next time I catch one of your thugs rooting for gold, they'll have to recount their fingers. Ain't afraid of nothing, are you? Well, let me be the first to welcome you to our merry camp, though I suspect you didn't come just to scold us. What do you think, what do you know about the ox who works in the southern fields? He told me his family might have come through this way. Oh yeah, we know all about the ox. We also might have seen that family of his. But on the other hand, maybe we didn't. What's it to you? Listen up, you big lug. That information is just about the only thing stopping me from changing the whole lot of you into stinking chickens. Alright, Granny, no need to get upset. We're just playing games, you know? Yeah, we've seen that family. A boy and his mum, if I remember. Always walking in that big ox's shadow. Always looking afraid of him too. So you didn't kidnap them? Where are they now? You know, you remind me of my dear old ma. She didn't take no gruff from no one neither. She used to bake the most delicious meat pies. I sure do miss her cooking. Me and the boys have been awful hungry lately. Thieving is hard work and crime doesn't always pay. Say, do you know how to bake? I even got Ma's pie recipe right here. Who knows, on a full stomach, I might even remember something about that missing family. I can try. I will make you idiots a pie. I'll be taking that, though. What do I need for that? I need roast beast, dough, and crow's foot. We've already got one, so I know how to catch them. They're fairly straightforward. I just need to make some traps. And what do I need for the dough? Okay, I've got everything. Perfect. And roast beast, I've got everything else I need for that. I just need to make the spice. And I just need some more of those forest herbs. So let's go back up to the woods And on the way, I'll keep an eye out for some crows. I think over here. And yeah, I love that it's just called humble pie. Give the bandits a good old taste of humble pie. And we need some more of those green herbs. I used to have a lot of them, but they're used in a lot of different crafting things. Any around here? Can't see any, just more fairies flying around doing fairy things. You know, it's always the case of, there we are, of, you find it all over the place when you're just like absentmindedly collecting it, like, oh, I'll just grab it and then I'll use it later. But then after a while, you're like, when you start to run, you're like, damn it, I can't find it anywhere. You can thankfully pick up the traps if you don't use them, but I think if you run through them, I imagine they might go off and then you can't pick them up again. Running all over the place in the forest, looking for some more of these bloody herbs. Ah, there we go. A few more over here. Go away, pixies. Don't want any of your nonsense. I think with that we should have enough to now go back to fields. There we go. Humble pie. Who knew it could be more than a figure of speech? There we go. Now back to the bandits. Running all over the place. Run, run, run. Let through the mists by the milk light of moon. All those mists our long bygone burdens, mere echoes of the spring. Where have we come, and where shall we end? If dreams can come true, then why not pretend? How the gentle wind beckons the breeze. There we go. Hey, Kopsteindruff, how's it going? This brew could use a healthy helping of crow. Here's some humble pie for you. Fee fi fo fum, I want that pie in my tummy tum tum. Come on then, have a helping. I bet you she also like spat in it as well when she was putting it together, just like, stupid bandits getting in my way. The bandit plunges his hand into the pie, grabbing a fistful. He barks in delight as wet chunks of pie falling spatter out of his gob. Ah, delish, just like how Ma used to make. but something's different. He picks a small black feather from between his yellow teeth. Is this crow? I figured you could use it with a serving of humility. The gargantuan man's lips begin to quiver. Great watery tears well up in his beady eyes. What's the matter, dearie? Are the spices too strong? No, it ain't the spices. It's just... He deteriorates into great shuddering sobs that shake the camp. Ma always said I was a bad seed, said I wasn't good for nothing but eating and thieving. But all I really wanted to do was... dance! This fucking game. I was gonna make the greatest dance troupe the world had ever seen. Had a name in mind and everything. Picking the leaping pockets. But I ain't been doing nothing but taking. Always taking. Oh, Ma was right. I'm a bad apple. Come on now. Dry those eyes. You're not all that bad. He snorts a dangling glob of snot back into his nose. You really think so? You gently reassure him with another helping of pie. Of course not. You're going to tell me all about the Ox's family, aren't you? Oh, right. Well, you see, we've been spying on that ox for years now. Every full moon he'd go out in his fields all by his lonesome. He'd howl at the sky. What was it he'd say? Oh yeah, he'd yell, Abracadabra. Then it always sounded like he got into an argument with someone. But there was never anyone else there, except that creepy old scarecrow of his. He pat the sniffling rogue on his stubby cheek. That's a good lad. Maybe it's time to think about trading the daggers for dance shoes? He stuffs small handfuls of the crumbling pie between his blubbering lips. Yes, I'll do it. I'll dance. Oh yeah, I might be getting some Children of the Corn vibes from the ox. That might be what his dark secret is, maybe. Oh no. Well, let's hurry our little creepy feet over to the farm and have a word with the ox. Who are you? What do you want? If that lumpy vegetable farmer sent you, just go back and tell him to suck eggs. What? Who? Oh, don't play all innocent with me. I know a spy when I see one. Get lost, turnip head. Oh, the scarecrow, that's right. The eerie simulacrum of a human sways in the breeze. Its lumpy face seems to leer down at you as if expecting something. Ah, Abracadabra? The figure creaks against its pole as the vegetative head twists to look at you. It takes a wheezing breath, expelling a moth from its mouth hole. Hello, yes. Have you come to strike a deal with the great and magnanimous Harvest Master? No, thank you. I'm involved in quite too many dark contracts with supernatural beings already. Why then have you summoned me? Has the ox made a deal with you, perchance? The ox? Why, yes. Terrible trade, I say, but a deal is a deal. What sort of trade? Does it have to do with his missing family? Yes, he said he wanted to win pretty prizes, grow the best crops, said he would give up anything in the world. So he offered me his wife and son. And I'm not one to refuse a bargain like that. Fuck the ox. God damn it. Where are they? What did you do with them? Don't worry, they're fine. But as long as I make the crops grow, they belong to me. And if the crops should fail, your deal would be broken? I am the great harvest master. My harvest will never fail. We'll see about that. I better take a close look at these prize-winning plants. Okay, time to go ruin the harvest. Okay, Okay, healthy crops. These crops are robust, thriving beyond anything else nearby. Weaknesses is a withering can. Okay. These stalks don't look so sturdy to me. A good herbicide ought to shrivel these up. They'll teach the ox a lesson about proper agricultural practices. I'll need a sturdy enough vessel to hold the poison, though. Maybe I can convince that vegetable fellow to give up the nice big watering can of his. Okay, what else will we need for that? Or is it something that we unlock once we get the watering can? Okay. Yeah, all the Ox's thing is like his pride. Like he wants pride and adulation and the rewards that come with it. Like the prize for festivals and a good harvest. So, it's still willing to pay the price for his wife and child though. Well, hello again. Find out anything about what that Ox was up to? As a matter of fact, I have. It seems he traded his family to a turnip wizard, or field genie, or some other such nonsense. Ah, you must mean the harvest master. That explains a lot, actually. A bad business to get mixed up with that sort of fellow. The farmer nervously wipes his brow with the back of his leafy hand. Not that I would know anything about that myself. Listen, I don't have time to exchange farm gossip. I need to borrow your watering can over there. Ah, I'd be happy to lend it to you, but unfortunately I still needed to grow my prize vending vegetables. You glanced down at the fat head of cabbage bobbing gently against a blanket of big, swaddling leaves. You think you may have heard faint giggling come from deep within the fronds. Seems plenty big enough to me. Ah, just you wait. My little baby is going to grow up to be a big baby. It's going to be the belle of the ball at this year's festival. But if it were to, say, grow a little bit faster, I suppose I wouldn't need my watering can at all. You swear the farmer winks at you, despite not being equipped with any eyes. Does anyone here grow produce in an honest way? Let me take a look at the little tyke. You look down at the fattest little cabbage you've ever seen, but if it gets your hands on that watering can, it could stand to be a little fatter. Okay, growth potion, a turkey gizzard stone, and jar of water. You spritz the cabbage with fresh, clear water while uttering a simple horticultural charm. The water beads like dewdrops before the leaves drink them up and brighten in colour. Okay. So we need a growth potion and a turkey gizzard stone. I believe we can get both of those fairly simply. What do we need for the growth potion though? Oh god, we need a lot for that. Okay, I need more frog slime. And magic paste. I can craft magic paste. And I need to kill a turkey. What was good for turkeys? Yes, that was it. So I need frogs and I need to find a turkey. I think there were some frogs around here. Your German/Austrian accent is quite impressive. Oh, thank you so much. I've been working on it a little bit recently. And just trying to expand my repertoire, as it were. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I think there was a turkey over this side. Where was it? There we are. Eat it. Got the gizzard stone. Okay, I can't kill the turkey. I just had to stun them to get the stone. But I just need to find some frogs. Might be some along here, actually. Maybe not. Well, that's okay. I know back up in the forest there's some frogs around there. Because there was a little kid with quite a few frogs over this way. Oops, come on. There we go. I think I'm fine for fairy dust, so just stay over there for now, and I won't have to come back to get more. But I think we need to head back over to the swamp to get some more frog echo, or whatever it was. Some more frog stuff. There we go. Froggies? Where are you? I didn't actually interact with you. Are you friendly? Okay, maybe that's for later. I imagine there's maybe some more spirits in this swamp that I'm yet to meet. There we are. Go. Come on. Okay, that should be enough. Wonderful. I might just try and catch a few more while I'm here. Maybe not. That's okay. I will come back later. There we go. You look down at the fattest little cabbage you've ever seen, but if you get your hands on that watering can, you'd stand to be a little fatter. Growth potion. You pop open the cork of the potion and sprinkle the bright liquid onto the cabbage's roots. You look down at the, blah blah blah. Take a gizzard stone. Crushed into a fine powder, a gizzard stone lends potent nutritions to the soil. The budding plant changes to a bright purple, then blue, then yellow. It suddenly goes rigid and shrinks to the size of a marble. The farmer gasps in horror as his precious baby disappears back into the earth. He turns to you, shoulders stiff and pitchfork in hand. He takes one step in your direction, but stops abruptly when a tremor shakes the ground. You look at your feet and watch deep cracks split the earth. Oh no. Hold on to your hat. This one's gonna be big. You hear a booming giggle echo from deep in the ground. The vegetal farmer falls to his knees, clutching his hat to his chest. And in an explosion of leafy greens and flying earth, the bouncing head of an enormous cabbage erupts into the field. The farmer reaches out for it shakily. My little baby.
Papa?
The farmer scrambles towards the big bumbling cabbage with open arms. My beautiful baby, look how big you've grown. See, with a little love and help from your friends, you're sure to win first prize after all. Oh, I don't even care about that silly thing anymore. Just look at how handsome my baby is. The two embrace, laughing and crying. I guess you won't be needing that watering can anymore. Please, help yourself. You've helped me more than enough. Oh, okay, that is really cute. Oh, okay, that's really sweet. Okay, so I need to gather everything and then come back to it. Okay. Baby. Okay. Potion of Blight, a terrible brew to wither and waste. Oh, and look, I've got everything I need. And... weird water. I just need water for that. So let us go back over to the well, which isn't too far from here actually. And then I can do that. There we go. God damn it. I was trying to catch that frog. I'll grab some more frogs while I'm down there anyway. Oh, Rosen Online, thank you for the hydrate check. Thank you, thank you. Your baby voice is really good, but that's to be expected. Thank you, Medloid Man. I usually don't do a lot of voices that are more high-pitched, like very young characters, but baby voices are relatively straightforward. There we go. Let's craft some weird water. And there we are. Takes some work to break through the Scarecrow's magical boon, but you're confident in your mastery of poisons. Those crops were made by magic, so too they can be unmade. You hold your breath and empty the poisonous vial into the container. The toxic fumes make your fingernails curl. Weird water? A good amount of weird water will dilute the poison to keep it from eating straight through the metal can. And pumpkin jack bone. You crush up the impish bone into a fine powder. This potent fertilizer will help spread the blight. You find a hefty stick to mix all the ingredients together inside the watering can. You know your work is done when the stick dissolves into mush in your hands. There we go. Time to go ruin someone's crops. Like the creepy little witch I am. Oh. The farm was over this way. Medloid Man, I could say that doing younger voices is indeed child's play. Hey, I thought I told you to beat it. He raises his hoe and brandishes it at you menacingly. Suck on that, nerd. You watch the sickness spreading up the stalks to the very tips of the tallest leaves. Vivid green turns to diseased browns as the crops bend and droop. No, what is happening? Harvest Master, we had a deal. You promised my crops would never fail. Dreadfully sorry. Looks like my magic is broken. Not my fault. The ox throws himself to the ground, desperately raking the soil with his fingers. Wait, let's make a new deal, please. I sacrificed too much for this. A new deal? What is your offer? Anything you want. Just bring my precious crops back to me. Anything? This is acceptable. Worm-like roots suddenly wrap around the ox's feet and begin dragging him into the soil. Wait, I didn't mean... The dust settles over the spot where the ox once stood as if nothing had happened. Though the soil looks barren and diseased, a small sprout of leafy green catches your eye. Ooh. Oh, that's creepy. That's creepy and cool. Where the ox once stood, a green tendril has pushed its way through the earth. You watch a delicate bloom unfurled, revealing a stubborn, hard-shelled seed. The soul of the ox. The souls of the bear, leech, snake, and ox jostle in your satchel with fearful energies. That's that then. I better get these back home to the goat before he ransacks the rest of the place. Oh. And now we get to go back. Standing at the front gate, the ox's missing wife and son blink in confusion as if they had just burst forth from the earth itself. Ma? What's happening? Oh, welcome back. I suppose you don't remember much. He really did it, didn't he? That stupid festival prize was worth more to him than us? Where is he? Where is my husband? Don't fret. I've already set things straight. He won't be troubling you again. And you've got this nice fertile farm all to yourself now. My son and I worked ourselves to the bone for that horrible man. Thank you for lifting this curse. Just do me a favor, and don't make any deals with suspicious scarecrows. Oh. But let us return to the goat at the shrine, where nothing suspicious is happening. None whatsoever. Totally legit operation. Where everything's fine. Oh, it feels nice to be back at the hut. We haven't been here for a while. Oh, our home. It's so pretty. Alright. Oh, what's gonna happen? The goat rears its head at the sight of you. Its hooves pound the ground excitedly. Most excellent. I can sense the presence of spirits about you. You must have captured the souls I have asked for. No small task, I can tell you that. Just what do you plan on doing with them? Oh, listen that. Nothing you must concern yourself with. What's important is that you're one step closer to fulfilling your contract with me. Just go ahead and place them in the shrine there. I'll take care of the rest. The goat shakes its head towards a carved relief at the back of the room, grinning in a horrible way that no goat should. You approach the shrine and open your satchel. As you bring the stuffed bear close to the carved stone relief in the wall, it spontaneously bursts into flame in your hands, burning away until only a harsh red stone remains. The stone zips out of your grasp and straight into a socket on the wall, buzzing like some angry insect. You are buffeted by flashes of the bear's wrath, drunken roaring, cowering bodies, splintered wood, the smell of honey. The shrine awaits another offering. As with the first, the mummified husk of the leech turns to ash as you bring it close to the wall, leaving only a glowing orb in its place. Images of the leech slither into your mind, the prick of a needle, the drip, drip, drip of draining fluids, soothing words, restless sleep. The shrine awaits another offering. The cracked mirror. Prismatic colors flash through your head at the thought of the snake, secrets lapped up by a forked tongue, whispers beneath the sound of festivities. The shrine awaits another offering. The hardened seed. The ox brings with it the overbearing heat of the midday sun, the salty tang of sweat in the soil, suffering, sacrifice, solitude. Oh, that's cool. You step away from the shrine and its smouldering stones. Your burdens suddenly feel much lighter. Besides you, the sleeping maiden stirs in her slumber, but does not wake. Now then, you've had a very long day. Why don't you get some rest? Tomorrow we shall pick up bright and early. Yes, I am quite tired. Oh. Time to go get some more spirits. Now where is that wretched goat? Ah, good morning, my swamp lily. I trust you slept well. Like the dead? You stretch out your back, making a sound like snapping twigs. Well, no time to dilly-dally. I sense the next 4 souls on our list. You must travel east, out of the forest and towards civilization. Oh, I hate crowds. Well, it can't be helped. You must seek out these souls in the village, the market, the docks, and the graveyard. The graveyard might at least be a reprieve from chatting townsfolk. Alright, goat, I'll bring you your souls. You seem much more reasonable today. Have a change of heart, perchance? If these next 4 are anything like the last, they'll get what's coming to them. I'm glad we have reached an understanding. Okay, so the next 4 souls, I'll bring up the journal so you can see it better. The next 4 souls that we are looking for is the cat in the market, the rat in the graveyard, the fish in the docks, and the ram in the village. But I think, honestly, we've gotten to a good point this evening where I'm happy to wrap things up rather than start out on these next 4, because it's come to a good point where we've brought back the first 4 souls, spirits, to the goat as requested, and then I think let's take a little bit more time at the swamp before we set out for the next 4, I think. But thank you for the stretch check, Metloid Man, and the hydrate check, Frosty King and Baron Alistair. Thank you so much, guys. So let's have a quick look around. Just grab everything you might need from our home. Because I want to have a quick look at the chamber where the maiden is again, just to see if there's anything else I might have missed. Nothing at all suspicious about you, goat. Nothing at all. Hi, Demonic Aurora. How's it going? Oh, look, the first 4 are already up there. Only 8 more to go. Nothing creepy about this at all. But I think this is honestly a good point to wrap things up here because Next week is the Christmas weekend, so I was thinking about whether or not I'll be streaming next Sunday, but I've decided I'm going to take next weekend off streaming entirely. I am planning on releasing a video on my YouTube channel this coming Saturday, so it'll be on Christmas Day. But yeah, I think I'm going to take next weekend off streaming on Friday and Sunday. I'm still deciding whether or not I'm going to be streaming the following Friday, because that'll fall on New Year's Eve, and I just might want to have that evening to myself. So I might take a little bit of a break for definitely next weekend, and maybe on New Year's Eve as well, just to have a bit of time to reflect on the year that was. But just play by ear, keep an eye out on my socials, but I think this is a good point for us to wrap up tonight. It's reached a nice conclusion, and then when we come back to this game on my next Soothing Sunday stream, that we could pick up right away, searching for these 4 new and sinister souls. I'm very excited to see what they are like as we move on to the next chapter of this amazing game. But thank you all so very much for joining me tonight at the Blue Rose Respite. You are welcome anytime. If you've been lurking in the shadows and you like what you've seen so far, please consider following. We would love to have you back. And be sure to check out my socials in the chat here and now. My Twitter for important updates and other fun things. My YouTube channel for my ASMR tales. And my Instagram for lovely pictures. And I hope all of you are having an absolutely incredible weekend and you have an awesome week ahead. I'm just thinking of who I should send you to. Because I'm just deciding who to read. But yes, a big to everyone who celebrates it, a big Merry Christmas for next Saturday. I hope you all have an absolutely amazing time if you're celebrating it. I'm looking forward to having some wonderful calls with my family and just celebrating it long distance as best we can. But yes, I'm also be celebrating Yule as well on the 21st, and everyone who's celebrating that, I hope you have a wonderful Yule, wonderful Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all that good stuff. Have an amazing week ahead. I know it gets very busy for a lot of you, so please try and pace yourselves, but have fun and enjoy the holiday season as well. But I'm just thinking who we should raid this evening. You know what? Let's go say hi to Takahata 101, shall we? But thank you all so very much for joining me tonight, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic week ahead. And remember, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and as always, stay wicked and wonderful. Good night, guys.